Journey, an indie spiritual walking simulator highly praised on its release and followed up by many amazing creators over the years. But why? Let's explore this game in 2026 and see for ourselves what it has to offer. Let's begin. First released in March 2012 for PSC, Journey was later allowed to grace its presence on the lesser posh gaming machines like Windows and iOS devices in June 2019. I won't be going much into development or the plot. It's much better for those interested to follow up than me reciting a Wikipedia article. Not unlike many people, I was scrambling through the pile of Steam releases with good reviews, looking for another adventure to get lost in. And there it was, a game listed with an unappealing name and a unique header that invited my suspicion. The reviews were positive and IGN rated it a solid 9.0 13 years ago. Being old also made it very cheap. So I bought it and here we are. Initial thoughts. What is this game? It's very confusing. No words, no dialogue, no explanation. It wasn't apparent to me that it needed a lot more immersion to grasp the story that lingered around me. The game starts with a mysterious odd fellow, draped and skinny, looking longingly at a shiny mountain. The game wants me to go there, is what I thought. At the time, its empty environment and simple controls baffled me. How was it so beloved? Soon, I realized that I was captivated by the soundtrack that boomed in my ears, contemplative atmosphere, and the sand glimmering in the sunlight of a setting star. It shared the ambience very similar to a movie I love called Doom. Yes, you heard right. Same vibe as Doom. See? At least I think so. I'm pretty sure if anybody's watching who has already played this game might relate differently. If that's so, I'll be happy to hear what you got to say in the comment section. Anyway, playing this game in 2026 has its downsides. While I couldn't experience the game as a co-op adventure, as a single player, it provided a much more deeper experience. With the same kind of imaginative contemplation one might get when one wakes up early in the morning but can't make their mind to make a cup of coffee or leave back in the bed. What would follow is the comparison of both plans that lead to analyzing the subsequent work that would follow each decision. Like going back to bed would allow more sleep, but then won't allow a leisure day to pass, as you will be constantly trying to catch up with your daily schedule, and later that night, you're left oversleep. But you're here to hear about the game. Surprisingly, there is no fighting in this game. All you do is walk, glide, jump, and fly. And yet, the game manages to show so much about this world if you try to explore a little. There are hints given by the white robe figures and wall paintings, most of them laid out for you along with the missions and some scattered around for you to discover. It's a story of many beginnings, endings, and renewals, of a civilization that once flourished but now stays still in the sunlight, the fate of a lonely hermit on a pilgrim to rediscover their history. But it is also a metaphor for life. And the things that help you realize all this are the visual storytelling so expertly designed that oblivious fellows like me get to enjoy. Not to mention the soundtracks that I swear knew what my mood was at any given moment, not only elevated but amplified a beautiful world where you don't question the origins, you just sit back, learn, and enjoy where the world takes you. And where it took me was amazing. There are 8 mission areas in this game. While the objective doesn't change, your experience when completing this simple task can be very subjective. It took me a bit about 2 hours to complete the story. From the sand dunes where we start our walk to the bridge we built with magic clothes, the seemingly unending desert where we meet magic carpets with a tower that hints of the terror ahead, to an ancient city that fell to ruin but still served its purpose as an amazing sand surf, and to this date, the most dazzling and captivating sand I've ever seen. And we continue this descent to the pit of this ancient city, where we soon learn the reason for its demise, where the magical game suddenly took a serious turn. Climb out from this pit, we discover the beauty still left as well as chronicles of our arrival and return. As we leave this place filled with hope, we reach the base of the mountain, cold and desolate, representing the harshness of the world and the struggles of the determined. Still, the purpose remains, and thus we begin our climb through the resistant wind and the sins of the past, and reach the very final step where we almost fail, but are saved by the white robes who were our guides, who give us spiritual ascent needed to reach the summit. The last stretch of the journey from the summit to the origin of our desire is nothing but beautiful, heartwarming, and allowed me a relief that gave a finality to the story. And this is where it captures the essence of all ambitions, to return to this starting line. For a new journey is yet to begin, transforming experiences to pleasure and fulfillment at the end, in an unending cycle. And this is where we must stop. This game has been so many things, and the best way to experience it is by yourself. Have you tried playing? If you do, share your experience in the comments below. This was a very different video from my usual content, so give a thumbs up to let me know this is something you enjoy. Subscribe to show your support and get notified on my next upload. This is Unaware, and thanks for watching.